like to push myself to the edge. You need to be able to respond to change instantaneously, and you need to be able to think quickly. I train with the Oxford University Boxing Club.
And again.
And then I also fight climate change.
And again.
I guess I'm up for a challenge.
And again. That's it.
My job has pretty much only existed for a few years. Our company is growing a lot, so we're hiring a lot of new staff. So I went to China to give them 2 weeks of intensive training to get them started. I'm very excited. I've never been to China before. It's my first time. I love to travel. There's so many amazing places in this world, and I want to see as many of them as possible. My company has 45 different nationalities in it.
We somehow have the Welsh flag as our tour guide.
Weekdays, I was a professor, and weekend, their friend who they were climbing the Great Wall with.
Yummy. Chinese sweets.
Teacher's pet, what? Like glamorous? If you call going to sites looking at pig feces and walking around on landfills glamorous, no. About 700 tons of rubbish comes to the Nanjing landfill site every day. And as all that decomposes, it creates a lot of methane. The amount of impact that methane has on contributing to climate change is 21 times stronger than carbon dioxide. So instead of releasing to the atmosphere and making climate change worse, we use it to make clean energy.
Away you go.
I have quite a lot of energy, so I do a lot of sports. I used to be a really serious gymnast, and then I got injured, so I started boxing a couple years ago.
It's definitely a adrenaline rush. Your body goes into fight or flight.
And time.
What we do is we put pipes that go down about 10 meters, and then we cover the landfill, and then all the methane goes up through the pipes to a generator, and then the generator combusts the methane to produce electricity. We find these projects that need this extra funding, and then I also work on the monitoring to prove that they are reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Everyone creates greenhouse gas emissions in their life and what they use. And so if you want to balance that off or offset it, you can help fund these projects. Offsetting is not going to save the world, but it's one of the many aspects of reducing our impact on climate change.
And time.
I grew up in a dangerous inner city, but when I was about 7, my parents bought property that was just open fields and forest and mountains, so that was a place to escape to, and I realized I wanted to preserve that for generations to come. It was exciting to go see the Nanjing landfill site, but I think I was a bit shocked by there was people there that were collecting plastic from the trash, and it was pretty sad seeing that. But at the same time, it's pretty amazing knowing that from the decomposing trash, without the plastic, it creates more biogas to give electricity to the local area. It's a pretty great project. I mean, it cleans up the landfill, it gives jobs, and creates clean energy for the area. Climate change is a huge problem, and it's something that takes a lot of work. And learning how to box well takes a lot of time, and you have to dedicate a lot of energy to it. Your opponent's not going to go away, and climate change is not going to go away. You need to fight back, but you need to do it in a very calculated manner. So it's a matter about keeping your cool. You get hit, and you get hit hard, but it's getting back up and continuing the fight. I wouldn't mind having another fight and maybe getting another win in.
My clan are the caretakers of the Lingdor Sacred Forest in Meghalaya, India, so really taking care of the trees is in my blood. But all this seems so far away from London. I need to be here to get my social enterprise going. We're going to plant millions of trees starting from 7 countries to fight climate change. I've got to get investors to get my plans underway. I know it's worth it, but sometimes I feel so disconnected from where it's all happening. I really need to get back on the road, get back in touch with why I'm doing this. It's all starting here in Sri Lanka. We've got one tree nursery going. I haven't seen it yet, but I can imagine it.
Hey, elephant boy!
Rubber trees grow fast here.
I'm like Spider-Man, spinning my web.
First we plant them, then when they're 5 years old, we'll be able to tap them and make things like surgical gloves and condoms out of the rubber.
Oh boy, it smells really bad.
The trees will absorb carbon from the atmosphere, and the rubber will give jobs to the people here. So you're fighting climate change and poverty. At least that's how it works in theory.
We're off to our little nursery. This is the first time where I'm going there, so it's very exciting. This is the base, this is the launch pad. Wow, it's a nice place.
This is what I've been dreaming about. Actually seeing it happen.
It's a long time. Nice meeting you, Raju.
These seedlings are like my babies.
How old are these? 2 weeks? 1 week old.
It's only a few seedlings now, but eventually there'll be millions of trees. And not just in Sri Lanka. We want to do organic plantations in at least 6 countries, including India. My heart is set on making it happen in India. I want to go home. My clan's sacred forest is one of the only forests that's still standing here. All the trees around it have been cut down, and you know, this used to be the rainiest place on earth. But now, with no trees around, it's like a desert. That's why it's important for me to plant here. Getting the plantations going in India is going to be much harder. I have to convince the local chiefs to let us plant trees on their land. If they don't agree, the whole project could fail. And I really don't want that.
Finally home, sweet home. Hi, Mommy. Come on. I gotta prepare myself. Just got a little time.
I'm really nervous because I think it's going to be really hard to make the chiefs work together. I really hope I can make this take off.
First of all, I want to take this opportunity in thanking each and every one of you for coming to this first meeting. The governing structure in the center.
The chiefs are interested, but it will take a lot of trust for us to work together. They're a bit worried because things have gone wrong in the past. I need to convince them that this will work and even change people's lives, including mine. I met Chandra at the Sri Lankan nursery.
This is your land. Oh, thank you for hosting our little babies in your land.
He showed me how everything worked there. Well, tried to.
I just threw the bucket with the rope in the well.
He's my age, but he's an orphan.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry I dropped your bucket.
He has to look after his 4 siblings, but he was unemployed before. He told me that being a rubber expert was his dream. And now his dream is coming true. And now he's making my dream come true by taking care of the nursery. If the chiefs agree, then maybe there could be more people like Chandra.
It was amazing. Just for a group of 5-6 people, we have close to about 3,000 hectares already.
It looks like we're going to be planting trees at home again.
Oh yeah!
Life in London doesn't seem so disconnected now. I know that there are people out there who believe in this like I do. It's early days, but we're starting to make things better.
It's always easy to destroy things, and it's very hard to create and regenerate things. And that's what we're in, this business. It's regenerate and recreate and save the planet.